All right. Oh, you want the black jerseys? Nice.
Yeah. Patrick Ewing. I have a kind of funny story about him. Um, it was probably just funny in the moment, but I was at this AAU event and it was this spring, so Ewing was there uh scouting for Georgetown and he pulled the having your flashlight on your phone without knowing it, and it was like that for a good like 10 minutes, and I don't know why, I just found it so hilarious. And it was just, and one of an assistant coach that I know, he was like, Coach, your light's on, and he just was so oblivious, and I just found it absolutely hilarious. Oh, give me.
It's a sensational way to start this game. I always like these Cavs jerseys, to be honest with you. They're very funky, but I like them.
Yeah. The first NBA game I had was on the Sega, and I always played as the Cavs just because of their uniforms, I think. I didn't really have a reason. That's
It's fair.
kind of what always think of when I see them. Oh, no.
Great defense.
Oh, no. Oh.
I didn't think you're gonna jump that early. My whole spin looks stupid. I was trying to
It's
time it
alright.
right. I was trying to anticipate the block. Damn it.
Oh, where are you going? Let's go.
No way.
That was definitely lucky. He just straight up dropped the ball. Oh
If he would have missed that, I would have quit.
no.
Oh, I would have just flat out rage quit. Boy, for some no layups, 94 Knicks defense, this is not what I signed up for.
No.
That lane is wide open. It's probably because I'm roaming nonstop, but it's neither here nor there.
Why did that just happen? Oh my goodness. Just go up with it. Oh,
How? Ewing picked it up?
think because I never had possession.
That is a travesty.
Oh.
There we go.
What? No. That is terrible. It feels like forever since the Knicks have had a game. I think just because of how, like,
No, it's been pretty.
exciting.
It's been pretty slow lately. I think they had two
Yeah,
games last week. They have two this week.
yeah. I think it was just also just how pumped we all were at the end of last game, and then it was just like, oh, now we have to wait days until
You know,
another
I
one.
I said this on the pod about games against the Hornets, but it always feels like when we play the Hornets, it's a very exciting game for one reason or another. And this was a
Yeah,
blowout, and yet everybody was amped up because Frank was the only one keeping them in
because
the game in any capacity.
exactly. And I think you had mentioned on the pod about Corbo mentioning like in Slack, like, man, what a rush. And that's literally the only way I could explain it.
Well, because he scored 18 points in 7 minutes. Like, we haven't seen him score 18 points in a game, period. And then he goes out and scores them all in the second half, all in 7 minutes, and then fouls out abruptly. It was like the
It
ultimate
was
mic drop.
just
He was just fed up. I was proud of him. I was when he did the fist pump. I was fist pumping. I was just as excited.
That's amazing. I just remember like when he did foul out, I think I put in the chat like bye bye Frankie. I was just so like, "Aw, it's over."
I lost track. I thought that was his fifth foul. I thought he had four for some reason, and then he fouled, and then it was number five. But that was not the case.
Yeah.
But I mean, hopefully he's gonna get some more run. I mean, he's gonna have to no matter what now because Trier's out for a few games for a
Yeah.
mysterious strained hamstring, which is very conveniently timed. I don't want to put my tinfoil hat
Right.
on quite yet, but very curious the timing of it.
Yeah. Um, do you think Hazonia starts since he didn't the second half?
He can't possibly start for much longer. I, I mean, it's been more than 5 games with this group, and that was supposed to
Right.
be his thing. Besides the whole 25 games shtick, it was we're gonna do little 5 game bunches, and
Right.
Hazonia's had like a almost a 10 game bunch here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I mean, he can't possibly start for much longer. I mean, Knox is coming on strong now. Dotson's just. I've said it every pod this season, but Dotson gives you the same game every game. He goes out, he gets you roughly 14 points, 4 rebounds, maybe an assist and a steal. Like it's the same game with different shooting percentages. It's the same game.
Right.
So I mean, whatever that game is, it's
Oh.
better than Hazonia. It's just, and I
Yeah.
like the Mario signing, but it's just not working out.
No.
What do you think about Knox lately? I mean, he hasn't been very efficient, but he's coming on.
Honestly, I don't. I mean, obviously you want everyone to be efficient, but
Right.
I don't mind the inefficiency just because I think he just looked a lot more comfortable. Um, Last game, just like a lot more. Oh, this is just turning into just bad things all around. Um, I just think he looked a lot smoother, just a lot more comfortable, and so I don't mind the inefficiency if that's what we get from it, I guess, if that makes sense.
That's how I felt. I debated that point with Brian a little bit. I said I don't care, like really off the cuff, and Brian was like, "Well, you should care a little bit," which fair, fair.
I mean, you don't want a guy shooting 12%, sure, I'll give you that, but at the same time, if he's not the most efficient player, but he seems to be getting more comfortable and oh, let's just
It's
there
the
we go.
context of his rookie season.
Yeah.
It's they hired him to be an offensive gun. They hired him to be an offensive weapon. That's why they took. I mean, yeah, he could rebound. That's good. He's got a little bit. He's got kind of a tunnel vision problem, but we've seen him be able to do some kind of playmaking, at least in summer league and college a bit, not so much at the NBA level. But I mean, they drafted him for scoring. They wanted a wing scoring option to go next to KP. That's what it comes down to. And
Right.
you know, he's going to have to get comfortable at this level, period. And to do that, you're going to need reps. Whether you're efficient at the beginning or not, you're going to have to get reps to get used to the athleticism, the length, the size, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So while I'd like him to clean it up, I mean, this is also a kind of a murkier system than the one that they're going to have with
What
Porzingis
the?
too. That was wild.
Yeah.
With KP, he's going to be the number one. I'm going to assume Timmy isn't going anywhere. So Timmy's going to be number 2. Maybe there's another free agent that they sign, but having to kind of step up and be the man sometimes isn't really what you want your rookie year either. It doesn't make your life any easier. You'd prefer if it was a Tatum-y kind of thing where you come in and there's no stress on you. You come in, you hit your open jump shots, and you call it a day. But it's a different situation. But with context, I don't mind the inefficiency. I just think the reps are what matters right now.
Yeah. Oh, come on.
Damn, I thought that was a 3.
Why? Why does this keep happening?
I was trying to throw him an alley. I don't know why he wasn't sprinting. Not a lot of hustle out of Sir Charles Oakley over there.
Was not feeling it. Come on. There we go.
I feel like I should be up 10 and I'm up 2, and that's the most nerve-wracking feeling.
Okay.
But it's probably because Stone washed me so often in this game that when any lead that I get, it feels like a larger lead. God damn it.
Go up. Oh.
Damn it. They call every reach in.
Very slow sports night tonight. I think there's only like 3 NBA games today.
I saw that. It felt kind of strange for a Tuesday.
Yeah, and college too. I mean, a lot of schools are off for finals and stuff, so it's just very... Oh, what? Why? Very dead right now. It's kind of weird. But I guess it was a good time for me to get that Spider-Man game.
Oh yeah, how was it?
Crushing. I'm not very far in it right now. Played it for the 2nd time last night, but I like it a lot.
I loved it. I love that game.
Did you play any of the Batman games?
Yeah, it's funny that you actually bring that up. It really is. I said to my little brother, because we got it at the same time, after I think the 2nd night that I played it, I said, doesn't this game just feel like the Batman Arkham games, except Spider-Man and slightly friendlier? And Brandon's like, yeah, actually, the fighting style and everything's very similar.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Not that it's a bad thing, those were great games.
No, like, I love those games, so it's cool, but... Yeah, like you said, even just, like, the gameplay and, like, when you figure out how you're actually supposed to beat certain people with, like, either throwing certain things at them or whatever, like... Oh, what the... It felt very similar.
I loved it, and they actually, they give you a ton to do with the side missions and everything, and
Yeah, I'm trying not to play... Oh, man. I'm trying not to play too much because I'm gonna be home at my parents' house for like 2 weeks for the holidays, and
saving it for a good occasion.
They've got that 65-inch TV, so I'm trying to see some things for the first time on that bad boy.
That's a good call. No way. I had so much distance. That was a clean. That was a clean reach.
I just realized they're all wearing the like generic 2K shoes.
And
That's
that's
funny.
yucky. I think they could have like even Pat Ewing. Pat Ewing had his own shoes. God damn it! Show him
Like
a little bit of respect.
yeah, or just I don't know, pick something random. These look like
How about some Puma hoops?
a. Hey, that's cool what they're doing with
The Trayvon
the
Martin.
Peace on Earth ones. Yeah,
Yeah, I really like that. And
that's pretty tight.
not that they listen to this stream, but you know the good folks at Puma
Puma, if you're
Hoops.
out there, drop the bag, yo. I know.
That was a nice thing that they did. I wasn't expecting it, especially from a startup sneaker company. But
For sure.
all right, that was a foul. In all seriousness, though, I really like what Puma's been doing. Uh, the X-ray shoes were what they were. They're a very loud statement,
Yeah.
but the purple glows were nice. The ocean drives are obviously very, very, very nice. And
Yeah. I want
Peace
to
on
see a
Earth's
pair
really
of
nice.
those in person.
What
The Ocean Drives.
the closest I saw was they had that party in Miami to
Yeah.
release them, and oh, there we go. And
That's
you know, they
terrible.
took a lot of pictures, and they seem to look good
Yeah.
in regular candid pictures. So that's encouraging.
Yeah. Oh, that's
There you
terrible.
go.
That's so bad.
Who was your favorite Nick growing up? Because how old are you?
I am 27.
Oh, okay, you're my age then.
Um, Honestly, I don't know if I had one. Um, I wasn't, I didn't grow up on NBA a lot. I watched a lot of college and still do watch a lot of college. Um, my first favorite NBA player in general was Dennis Rodman.
That's a
Uh,
really good, unique pick. To be quite honest with you.
'Cause I think, I mean, obviously it was, you know, Jordan's heyday when we were what, like 4 or 5 years old, and so my dad, I think, was always talking about that, and um, so I think I just saw more of the Bulls stuff, and this guy comes in with the crazy hair and all that. I was all about it. Had him on a birthday cake once.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, yeah, did one of those like my dad surprised me like you can like screen print a picture or
Yeah.
whatever on a cake. So had a Dennis Rodman cake. That was pretty sick. It was my first NBA. He was my first NBA jersey. Everything.
Okay.
Um. So I'm trying to think who I first really liked on because still like because with proximity wise and stuff like they were always on or like talked about on radio since I'm from Albany. But I don't know who my first favorite. Who was yours?
Undoubtedly, Allen Houston. Undoubtedly.
Okay.
I had
I was
watched.
actually his name was the first that like came to mind, but I don't even know why. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched the Ewing years. Obviously, he was still there when Allen Houston got there, but I mean, like the
Yeah.
earlier prime Ewing years, I'd
Oh,
watched them. But I was still, I didn't know what I was watching for some of it, you know?
yeah.
I mean, my first real memories were like 95, 96, because I remember like really briefly parts of the Yankees World Series that year. And so I remember watching them, but I didn't remember knowing what was really happening or who I
Yep.
liked. I just remember watching, the Knicks jerseys basically on TV.
Yeah.
So by the time I really was like used to it, used to watching the games, started to really understand the concepts. For me, it was Allen Houston. Latrell Sprewell too, loved him. Obviously, loved Patrick Ewing, who
Ooh,
is still
yeah.
there. But for me.
Latrell Sprewell might be mine. Now
Spree's
that
a
I
good
think
one.
about it.
A really, really good, underrated. I mean, it was a shorter tenure, but a really good Nick.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, for me, that was it. I was also a guard, so. Oh, God.
Oh, get that.
Yeah, I was also a guard, so. I was obviously drawn to somebody who plays a similar position, whereas it was always harder
Right.
for me to truly love a big man that way. But I never. For me, I don't know. It was just Houston. He was so smooth,
Yeah.
such a nice jumper. I love that even his number 20 is just a nice flat, even number
For sure.
versus something wild. Just everything about it. I had multiple jerseys of his. I wore 20 for
Nice.
a while. I mean, that was the guy that made me really fall in love with the Knicks and fall in love with basketball in general. Um, I mean, the end of his contract was horrid,
Yeah.
but yeah. So I mean, that was really it for me. And then after that, it was a very dark period for many, many years. And shout out Isaiah Thomas. And now we're here.
Oh, they really. You can't even.
I told you. I mean, you haven't been hacking like me, but I told you.
Get back in front of him. Let's go. I think my uniforms in the my GM are modeled after these Cavs ones. They look terrible. I was like
What
paying
team did you
attention
do?
uh well the one where it's like the made up team. Like it's like the expansion team or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember where I wanna say it's I'm in Baltimore, I think is where my team is located. I haven't played it in a bit. But it was like I started designing the uniforms and then I was like, this is way too much. And just kind of quickly did it and they just look
See,
horrid.
I'd like to think I'm somewhat creative, but I'm not creative enough to sit there and make jerseys all day. And I've seen really, really nice
Nah.
ones. I'm just not. It's not for me, so I'm usually very lazy.
Yeah.
I have one go-to move that I do, and it's I do the expansion team. I go right to Seattle, and I download all the Sonic stuff. I download, the Key Arena court,
Okay.
the jerseys they have, and I call it a day.
I was trying to think way too into it and I was like, alright, Baltimore, you got the water, so my logo is an anchor and
It's not
it
bad.
looks so weird. But
You really can't even think about stealing in this game, or they call it a reach.
literally. But speaking of uniforms, have we seen Christmas ones?
I think you brought this up in the chat the other day, and
Yeah, no
I
one
think the
answered
answer.
me, so I was like, I guess that's a no.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure no. I don't think we've seen any.
I wonder if they're.
They have to be doing them.
Yeah, cause what it was 2 years ago. Nike didn't do anything, right? Cause it was the first year. Oh, okay. It was was it 2 or 3 years ago? It was their first year, and they just. I think they said they were just way too many resources have been going into this, and they didn't have basically time to do anything, since it was a whole new contract or whatever. But then last year they did it. But I just feel like it's coming up pretty close here. We would have gotten something.
Yeah, I feel like we would have seen them. I just don't think they're gonna do them then. It's the second time we've gotten through that way. But no, I think you're right. I don't think we're gonna have any, unless we're just ignorant to the facts and like you said, they're just not gonna do them. Period. But I don't feel like I
Yeah.
haven't heard anything about yes or no in either direction. So
It's kind of a bummer if they don't.
honestly, and as you guys know well by now, I'm a big Jersey guy, and I enjoy all of that. And
Yeah.
I'd be happy if they didn't do the Christmas jerseys because for a while they just kind of butchered them. I think outside of the second to last year that Adidas did them when they had that like nice script,
I
white
love the
Christmassy font.
I'm so big on script on jerseys. Like,
It's a nice vintage pop.
it's so nice.
But those I thought they were
There's a
nice
couple
because
colleges that do it. Like, I remember when I moved to St. Louis, my first game at St. Louis University, they played Hartford, and they do a nice script jersey. And like Michigan State, when they do, I think it's their throwback uniform with the state in cursive. Those are so nice. And those kind of remind me of those Christmas jerseys you're talking about. They're just like super crisp. Throw the cursive on it. I like it a lot.
oh my god. Yeah, but those were the ones I liked. I mean, there was a couple of years that they were just brutal. Like I'm trying to think. I think it was
Come on.
the 2013-2014 season. I think it was Timmy's last year with the team. Those were just brutal. They had the, I think that was when they had the big logo on the front, and then their last name was like lower on the jersey versus being above the numbers. They
Is that
just
the
had
year
some.
when they all had sleeves? I hate
No, I think that was
sleeves
another
so
year.
much.
You know, my take on the sleeves ended up being the only good sleeve jerseys were the ones that were black. Like the Wolves had a black
and even
one,
then,
the
they
Warriors
weren't
had a black
always
one.
good, but they
No.
were like, of them, they were the better ones.
Well, I think anything in black is easy to make it pop and look nice, and so I think that's really all they had going for them was the color. But
Yeah.
the sleeves do nothing to enhance the. Missing some bunnies here.
Come on, we gotta get some buckets here, folks. Oh, go. Go out. There we go.
All right, boys. Need a bucket here to close this out.
No. Oh.
There we go, Pat.
Bad. That was not what we're looking for.
No! Oh my
Oh.
god!
Oh my god, I did not even see it when I put the ball up because the camera switched so quick on me. What?
There we go, Blue.
That wasn't even me. That wasn't even the person I was using. Get in front. Go. Thank you.
Pat's killing it now.
He heard me talking shit about him keeping his... Oh, no. Pat, I'm sorry. You had your flashlight on. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry for talking crap.
There we go. It's always a foul. It's a foul every time.
That's not good. We're not gonna do that again.
Damn, I'm gonna try to get the timeout. Wasn't fast enough.
No, get on him. Oh my goodness. That's that sums it up right there. Sweet. Okay.
Little clear out there.
Who is 97? Who is that? I don't know. Okay.
Ah! I got too anxious. I was trying to get it up.
Come on, give him the ball. Really? This is just bad showing by me. Well.
All right, let's see what we got here. Kerr. He had a nice balanced attack. Kerr, Nance, and Brad. How do you enunciate that? Is it Doherty?
Doherty.
Doherty, yeah. So everybody had 9 points there. Nice little, very. Then 6 and 5 and 4. Very balanced attack. You had no one in mind. You just good team basketball.
No. Yeah, that's what I was going for. Clearly.
Yep. I had Pat with 18, 8, 3 assists, 5 steals, and 2 blocks. So good game from Pat there.
Oh.
Hubert Davis only shot the ball. That's it. 11 points. Nothing. Not a single contribution elsewhere. Not even a turnover. Yeah, that was.
What was 97?
97
William
was...
Jones. What? Who? I don't even. Interesting.
All right. Well,
From UCLA. All right.
well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that'll do it for what is it? TBTKW. TB2KW. Sorry, it's hard to remember out loud than it is reading. So yeah, TB2KW. So again, we're trying to get the Twitch going consistently for those of you watching and who will watch on YouTube or otherwise. We're trying to get this going more. So just
Now that we have the
subscribe.
sound figured out,
Yeah,
we'll
now
be
that we got the
good.
sound figured out, that was a big thing. Just if you want to see anything, any games, uh, let us know your schedules when you're on more. We're very new to this, as you can see. We're just trying here, throwing shit at the wall. So just let us know thoughts, feedback, anything. Subscribe, and yeah, just watch. And thank you for the support. All right. Well, thanks for joining us, guys. Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
All right. Take it easy, everyone.